Okay, I wanted to talk about what could call it like another chapter in my work on the observation problem. This has led me like to very profound places in the sense that it started off when I started to realize that the paradox of observation where that what we have is a psychological experience of the world while the world is all physical, and that's like the whole idea of what you find in there's a beautiful saying line in the movie Total Recall where this guy that gives these people certain memories experiences, and then he says that it's all indeed it's all a neuro log it's all neuro or all an experience. So it's all a psychological experience, and there's no way to disentangle the two worlds, the physical world and the experience of it. There's no way to do that. And if you, so like my work has been more like a deep, profound meditation in this, almost like a cone, which in Tao is like a paradox. We're obviously the whole left brain rational approach to understanding collapses, and what you get is like deep um, reflections and moments of lucidity about this. So anyhow, this is like years and years of every day, like carrying this in my mind that has led to like ever deeper reflections about it, because science, the classical science, obviously chooses the way to like disregard this and then to just keep on trying to understand that physical world outside of us. But this is like this is why you get like Nobel Prize winners saying that we understand at most 4% of the universe or the world. It's not even the world. The whole idea of even that statement is inaccurate, because there's no world if you listen, if you really let it sink in that the world is physical, that we are having a psychological experience of the world while the world is all physical. Then the whole idea of the world is not nonsensical. Then you have to say it's my experience of something. I cannot say you. So what you get then is that more and more scientists are becoming aware, that are stuck in this game, are saying that we are basically going to we're recalling all our theories. All the products are being recalled out of the shelves, if you wish, and saying that they have to go back to the drawing board because they're all deficient. All these products, all these cans are not accurate. Like the first human being would come from Africa, or the DNA would be 46 chromosomes or whatever, or DNA would be the determining factor. Now we're hearing that it's your observation that determines DNA, which is like the whole complete opposite of what the whole medical biological world, scientific world is premised on. So we have a major problem, Houston. We have a major problem in the sense that you have people that are there trying to understand who is Yahweh, and who are aliens, and who are this and who are that, and it's just all inaccurate. You hear it and you listen to the different people that are in this field talking. You just get it's a complete confusion, because you cannot understand the world by lose from yourself doing the understanding. So what I wanted to say is that um, so the paradox of thinking about your own thinking, it's just really the only thinking that's possible accurately. You're always thinking about your own thinking. It's just that you're not aware that what you're thinking about is your own thoughts. You're not aware that you're basically looking at your own thoughts, which is your own interpretations of things. You're reacting to your interpretation of the world. So the idea of that, okay, we think about thinking to go on thinking about the world doesn't exist. What the world is like a probability amplitude, a probability information. And so it's really not about theory. We cannot get to understand what reality is with theories or hypotheses, looking for the right hypothesis or the right theory about something outside of ourselves. So we have to rethink it all. And it's slowly but surely everything is being reeled back in, and people are saying it's all inaccurate and it's all wrong. And what are cells and what are atoms, and it's all based on this observation problem. So this is my statement. What I wanted to share today is that we will the truth, meaning what is reality, can never be some theory, some substantial theory about something. It cannot be a theory about something. Cannot. So what you have, this is why all our hypotheses are wrong. What is possible is that we are. So what we need to look at is that it's not some theory about the world, but what we need to come to grips about is that whatever we believe is what we are going to be creating. So it's about the next level is about understanding that and seeing that what we believe is what we tend to realize. So it's not about what's the most accurate belief. It's now we are graduating to a level of consciousness where we're going to realize that it's not about the right theory. It's about understanding that the theory that you believe in, that you are going to invest in that, and you're going to realize that.
Yeah, well, that's deep, because people don't even think about theories, really, because ultimately it's a belief for that moment. So nobody really looks at reality as it being a theory, because it's just one reality. People cannot believe that several realities at the same time would be possible.
Right.
That is just looking at one thing, and 20 people can have 20 different explanations for it. People will just always say, okay, now this is what happened, and they don't look at it as a theory.
Right. No, exactly. We're not even there yet. But in science, people do that.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah, and then they look for idea. The idea is that you can then have a competition about what is the most accurate theory. That's what science does.
Well, there's a lot of fraud at the universities,
Yeah.
where they just start off with a belief and they end with it.
Yeah, but if we just take that as the current way we go about it,
Right.
defining reality is like the idea of what is the best theory. And,
Exactly.
and what I'm saying, you're right. Most people don't even know that what they are thinking is a possibility. That's not the possibility.
No, I think that happens at school.
Exactly.
Long ago you told me this, that what you learn at school is just about a book one person wrote, and we then accept that, all the children accept that as being the truth.
Yeah.
While it's just one person or four
Yeah.
people wrote that book.
Right.
It's just a book. It's just a theory.
Right. But but the idea is that that's like even more primitive level, which is like one could almost call that like college or so, where you have to regurgitate the theory, and then this is what it is, and then you regurgitate it and you believe it. But science is supposed to be a kind of a discussion about what is real, what theory is the best theory, and then you have the method, and then you use. And I'm trying to what I really want to get at is beyond that. and that is that approach is not, it does not lead to anything real, because it is trying to know the world loose from the knower. And this is where the problem lies. So you understand that the whole of we have our faith in science. So when you go to the doctor with cancer, you are assuming that this doctor has the best theory about, or the most updated theory about what cancer is. And I am saying that this is that there is no way of getting to know what cancer is as something independent of the researcher or the knower or the person that has it. What is possible, what is the next most accurate level of describing reality, is to say that we start to realize that we will never come to the most accurate theory, because that leads to postmodernism, where everybody has their own theory, and then nobody, then it's a bigger confusion, because everybody says, well, this is what I believe, and that's what you believe in. So you have like 50 perspectives on something. And I want to take it beyond that, where I'm saying what is possible, what is the reality, is that we it's not what theory is the truth, but you will never find one content as being the truth, which is like what religion does and what science is still striving after. But that it's all about seeing now that what we believe, for instance, the theory that we tend to invest in, we are going to realize it. So it's no more an idea of what is the truth. It's the truth becomes whatever you believe strongly enough in will be realized for you. So if you, for instance, it's a belief. It's no more a theory. It's now the understanding of belief that you are going to realize. So that this is why this is the way the observer is included into the picture. This is the only way to include the observer into the picture. And then you're going to say, no, there's a theory, and there's someone, that the observer, that has it, and this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. What there is, the most accurate description of reality, is that reality is a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's the way you put the looker into the looked equation. And science tends to separate the looker from the looked, and then you have the theory, and then you say that cancer is that and that and that, and it's wrong. Then what you have at best is 10 different perspectives on cancer, and probably the perspective says more about the perceiver than whatever they're looking at. So now the next stage is that, no, you have self-fulfilling prophecies. You're going to create whatever you strong enough believe in, regardless what that belief is. So you see, then we also like snap out of the whole idea of religions trying to say, I have the right belief. Science is basically doing that, but with a little more sophistication.
Yeah, religion has been around way longer than science. But what do you say if people say, okay, but I cannot pay my mortgage? That's a reality.
No, that's that is you see, that's exactly the whole point, because this is where the world is stuck.
Exactly.
This is where the world is stuck. We are stuck, and this is what I wanted to explain. What you have are quanta, which is a state, and you can be stuck at a certain state,